Hello, good afternoon everyone. I woke up late again, surprise surprise. Check out the weather. It's completely white, just overcast. No wind, not that cold, just overcast. These are the kind of days I just don't want to leave bed, but I had to do it. I forced myself. I was texting Steph for about an hour and then I'm like, alright, I've got to get out of bed, this is ridiculous. Jess has been nudging me for a while, just asking me to go outside. So it just makes me feel bad. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Weird weather. This is typically Wales, what Wales looks like. It's just white or grey. We haven't had rain in a few weeks, which is strange. But it doesn't look like the sun's coming back for a while, I don't think. Who knows though, I don't like to look at weather predictions, I just like to go outside and feel. Judge for myself. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's vlog. I had fun doing that one. It was a nice little adventure. I got a lot of comments about how to buy forestry and like telling me that I need land, permission to build and stuff like that. I know all these permissions. I know what it takes, but people still defy the odds and do these things, so I'm just putting these ideas out there. You don't have to take them too seriously, but they're just ideas. I make these videos so I can get a conversation started and then I can learn more about what it takes, because people come out of the woodwork and they're like, hey, I know this, you need this information. Like, these are the kind of things that I wouldn't know if I didn't speak the ideas out. So leasing land, I don't need to buy it I don't need to buy it outright. I can lease it if I find a farmer or whoever owns the land who's willing. So there's two pieces of land that I'm interested in. There's that forest from yesterday, and there's an abandoned house up by a quarry that I'm interested in. Okay. Anyway, I have a Cash Copa 6 that I'm gonna try and play. I don't even have a duo for it yet, so I'm gonna have to find someone. But I'd like to give it a go. Yeah, it's a lazy day today. We're just gonna chill, go for a little walk nearby. Coming to explore the castle grounds. Nice. Jasper just got me in trouble immediately as soon as we entered. Usually I like to sneak through that gate without being seen, but someone was like driving this quad bike looking thing, dragging a trailer. Anyway, one of the gardeners was like, I'd prefer if he was on a lead, because he was just walking in front of the car, saying this place was closed. Like, I know it's closed most of the time, especially in winter. It's always closed, but I'm not here for the actual castle. I'm not interested in that. I'm just here for the grounds. So he says he doesn't mind. He's just saying that I'll probably get stopped again if I get seen by anybody else. This little path it's such a short little walk. I don't go into the proper grounds. This walk just takes us down to the river, and then we'll get out of here. So yeah, the other day I was I've been talking about the same topic for a few days now. Land that's been looked after, like forest that's been looked after. This is what I mean. It's like being cleared out. There's still brambles, but they're off to the side. You can generally walk around, and it allows for everything to grow. So here, like for example, they've killed the ivy, cut the ivy of all the trees, so that it doesn't, kill everything. See all these trees here, they've had the ivy cut. Ivy just has a tendency to kill trees. I'm not sure how exactly it does it, but it does. But yeah, this forest has been looked after really well. I've got a team of gardeners at all times, pretty much. I did some voluntary work here when I was in high school, so I did a bit of garden work here, and also some work inside the castle, where I was basically just stewardessing rooms. So I like this spot a lot, but I don't know. I'm not here very often, so they don't know me. But I've been trying to come here more often so they see me and the dog and they get used to us. Neat little door that enters onto the property. Okay, so if we follow this path, we'll be away from the road and no one should say anything. Yeah, this is National Trust property. It's usually open to the public, but it's winter, so they close pretty early. But I've been down here a few times this month, and no one said anything. It's only today they've actually said anything. But yeah, that's like thrown off my thoughts completely now, because now I'm like on edge. Now I'm in like fight or flight mode. Hopefully when we get down to the river I can forget about it. So green in here. That house has been built into the wall, which is pretty neat. I don't know why today feels like the most wintry day. It's just like a frost in the air that I didn't notice before. But in general, this has been such a mild winter. I've only had to wear one hoodie. Usually you have to like double stack them. I wish I sure understood how much of a liability it is sometimes. It gets me in so much trouble. This is why I like to come in here. Look at these trees. They're so huge. Check out this boy. I don't know what type of tree it is. It looks like a redwood to me. But why would a redwood be here in North Wales? It's got red spongy bark. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. Yeah, they're enormous trees. It's just hard to tell if that is it. I just want to get into like this. Making paths through forests. I'm just obsessed with it all. I would happily be a gardener for the rest of my life, but I'd want to do it for my own property. I wouldn't want to do it for somebody else's, because I'm not so incentivized to help other people in that way. Like I'd want to, I don't know, I'd want to be able to hang out there freely. And if I was working for someone else, then I just feel like I wouldn't be so invested. I don't know. Another giant one. There's another one there. So they've got about 5 of those trees. I don't know if they are redwoods, and maybe not. They just look like really young redwoods, though. I don't know. See, my tree knowledge isn't so great. I have a lot to learn. What I should do is identify a book, and then come for my walks, and then I can actually learn. Instead of just wandering and trying to guess. I didn't even notice this. Ferns are definitely my favourite plants in the UK. I know they have them in other places, but out of all the British plants, fern's my favourite. Ivy's pretty great too, but it kills so many trees. I'm tired. I'm curious. These videos get consistent views. There's like a couple thousand of you that still watch these things. I'm just curious, like, why? Why are you interested in what I do every day? Why do you come tune in all the time? Like, what's the deal? Especially you lot that click on the videos so quickly. As soon as I post them, you guys are already there. Why? Why are you so interested in what I'm up to? I make these videos for 2 reasons. I make them for people that can't get outside, or they just don't have the motivation to get outside, or like they have disabilities and can't go outside. There's all sorts of reasons that people would want to watch this that I understand. But then there's like another side of it. There's like, I'm trying to motivate people to do what I'm doing, to get out. That's another reason. And the third reason is probably for myself, for me in the future, so that I can come back and watch what I was up to on 23rd of January 2022. Like, what was I doing? Age 29, what was I getting up to? Who was I spending time with? And for the most part, it's just me in the woods with Jasper, as it has been for the past few years. But I can look back at that when I'm in a different place in life and see, I don't know, compare the two. Maybe I can react to some of these vlogs in a few years, see what's different. Like, who knows where I'll be. I've been to all kinds of places. I've been to like 46 countries, or something crazy like that. I've been to some wild places, and I'm planning some more for this year actually. So in summer, I'd like to try and climb the highest peak of as many countries as I can in Europe. So I'm planning to go to Switzerland, to Slovenia. I'll be in Croatia this year, Hungary most likely. So I'll find the highest mountain and climb it. That's my challenge for myself. There is actually a leaderboard. The challenge is climb the highest peak of as many countries. And I think there's so many countries that are off limits, and it costs so much money to do these things. Like some of the high altitude ones, the 8,000 meter ones, those require oxygen tanks and Sherpas and stuff like that. Those are expensive, and all the flights to get to these countries. So I'm not going to try and compete to be the first to do all the countries, but I'd like to jump on board and start doing them, and then we'll see how it goes. So yeah, this summer I'm going to give it a go, do a few. Because if I think about it, I've done a lot of hiking, but I've only peaked the highest mountain in one country. It's pretty pathetic. So I need to step it up. I'd really love it as well if at some point in the near future I can meet up with Steffi again and do a mountain with her, because she's never done a mountain before, like a proper one. Be cool. Now she's healthy enough. I mean, I've asked her to do this with me for so long, but she's never been at a place where she can actually do it. But if both of us start traveling again, it'd be cool to meet up somewhere and do it. Nice. Kind of smells like cow poop down here. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna get out of here. What is it, Jesse? It's interesting how one interaction with a human can just spin your mind into a different direction. Like, I just want to think about moss. Cozy moss. That's all I want to think about today. But having that interaction with the gardener saying, hey, you can't be here today, it's like, well, flip. Now I know I'm doing something wrong. He said it was fine. He said he doesn't care. But if I bump into another gardener, they might care. But that's been enough to like throw my brain into I'm not supposed to be here mode, when all I wanted to do was spend 20 minutes with my dog thinking about moss. That's all I wanted today. But yeah, anyway, it's been nice. I'm gonna get out of here now. I'm wandering out. We don't really have too many protected areas that I can go and enjoy. For example, in London, they've got like Kew Gardens and stuff like that. Beautiful, maintained areas. Botanical gardens and things like that. We don't really have any of that up here in North Wales. We've got some forests. This is one of the very few that are actually protected and gardened. So for the most part, it's just me crawling around in wild forests. Usually I'm not supposed to be there. But I never know why. Why am I not allowed to be here? This is just Earth. Someone staked a claim, someone spent some money, but it's still Earth. All the titles and deeds, it's all make-believe, it's all pretend. It's just what we all collectively agree upon. And the reality is, Earth is for everyone. All this has been here a lot longer than us. Money is just something that humans made to control each other. I just want to be free. I just want to be free from all of this. But I don't know how. How do we get out of this system that we've built for ourselves? Or not even us. Not even the people that were watching this video. It's the people before us. It's our ancestors that built all this crap. Like generations ago. People we've never even met before made all these rules. Built all these systems that we now just follow because of tradition. Trying to break free of it all. What are the solutions? Communes? Live communally, buy land and all agree that you have a set of rules, that basic principles to follow, and if you don't follow them you're out of the commune. Like, that makes sense. Living like that makes sense, but it's still very similar to what we're already living in. Having a commune that makes their own food and trades instead of spends money, that's ideal. I'd get on board with that. I'm sure a lot of people watching this video would get on board with that. Here's something cool. I see this every time I come here. Let me show you this real quick. So this is an old bridge, right? But look at the railing. The railing's so old, the tree ate it. The tree just ate it. I was talking to my dad last night about the redwoods. He's telling me that he would love to go visit California. He's been to America before, but only briefly. He went to Utah for a couple of weeks. Man, I'd love to take him out there. But my issue with America is that I can only be there for 90 days legally. That's the tourist visa. So if I wanted to go back, I can't do it 90 days. I make so many friendships and sometimes relationships, and 90 days isn't enough to get to know people. I want to do everything in those 90 days, so I just go really hard, spend loads of money, and it's still never enough. It doesn't tickle that itch that I have for America. America takes years to explore. So I'm kind of reluctant on going back because 90 days just isn't enough. I just end up hurting people because I have to leave all the time. And I can't do it to myself. Can't do it to other people. Yeah, he wants me to go back, but I don't know if I could do it. The only way I would be able to go back and feel good about it is if I had a work visa and I had a reason to be out there and I could stay for a long time. I think that's the only way I'll come back. Sorry to anyone that's American and was hoping to meet me, but that's the only way I can do it. I can't do it to myself being a tourist anymore. So I did get a comment yesterday saying that one of the requirements of buying land is you have to be able to identify tree rot, and certain trees have to be felled to protect the rest of them. Like, I understand that. I don't know too much about tree rot, but I understand that certain trees have to come down to protect the rest of them. What I need to learn is, what are the requirements to purchasing land or leasing land, especially forestry land. Other people were saying it would be very difficult to build a hobbit hole in a forest because tree roots. And yeah, that's something I had considered. I would likely dig the entrance into the land or bring it forward a little bit from the land, then build dirt over the roof so it protrudes a little bit. So I'd probably bring the land forward a little bit for the entrance and then dig down. So you'd have like a communal entrance area, like a foyer type thing, and then it would go downstairs to avoid roots, but roots go pretty deep. So I don't know about that. Maybe building a hobbit hole near trees isn't the best. But also just the whole planning permission thing. People are explaining that it's very difficult to get permission to build a permanent residence structure in woodlands. I don't know why it's so hard. I mean, we build these things. People do live in the woods, so it's possible. Yeah, it's just a lot to think about. What I've done is I've got the idea out there. I've saved the location that I'm interested in. I'm now going to find out who owns it and whether or not they would lease or sell it to me. Then after I've done all that, then see if I can get planning permission to build anything on it. And then after all that's done, then we figure out how to get the money, if it all works out. But obviously this is only one of many spots that I found that I'm interested in. It's not all set in stone, it's just an idea, guys. But that's what I'm doing with these daily vlogs, is I'm getting these ideas out there. I'm just sharing them, getting a conversation going. Because that's just what I do. Maybe when the castle is opened again, I can take you guys inside. I've been in there a few times for vlogs, but not for a while. Every time I go in there, I find new things. So the architecture is really nice. Yeah, I'll take you guys in again. So I haven't climbed that tree behind me since I moved back here. I moved back here in like August. I should probably climb it. Let's go do it. You guys want to meet the rabbits? There's two of them in here. They're the rabbits. Hello. Alright, never mind, they're napping, so I'm just gonna leave them alone. They usually like out here messing around. But not today. Can you stop complaining, Jazz, please? He's the real rabbit. We'll try and talk to them again tomorrow. Alright, vlog. It's like 5 p.m, so I'm gonna start warming up for the Cash Cup today. We're doing Duo's Cash Cup. Gonna start streaming right now. Obviously, you're not gonna see this until later today, but yeah, streaming from 6 till 9 for the Cash Cup. Should be fun. Got my teammate Beast right here, ready to get some. We need to try and beat 80 points because 80 points is what we got last time. So we're gonna aim for 100, I think, this time. Alright, vlog. Let me get a bit real with you for a sec. So I played the tournament, played horribly. I did so bad. I got 3 kills in 10 games. Terrible performance. We ended it with like 67 points or something like that. Worse than the last time we played. And then I'm just like getting really down on myself about that, and my stomach starts to hurt. And I think it's related to the game. So I keep playing until I win a game, and then I'm like, all right, I got that dopamine, but why do I still feel like this? And then I like pooped water, and I'm like, oh, okay, so it's got nothing to do with my brain right now. I'm just actually sick. So yeah, I guess I ate something bad yesterday. None of you needed to know that, but it's now midnight. I've been going through these thoughts like, do I want to keep doing this to myself? Am I getting sick because of the vlog? I'm not sleeping properly. This isn't good. I want to quit everything, but then I'll have to take an ice bath. Like, all these thoughts are going around my head, and then I'm like, well, hang on a second, and then I go to the toilet. And the thing happens. So I've eaten food. I'm now back at my office. It's gone midnight now. I haven't edited this vlog. I am tired. I'm tired. But the grind continues. I'll be back again tomorrow, don't worry.